We won't do our mural or our ad on there. I'm like,
Just gonna be a
yeah,
wall. Yeah.
yeah, just a blue wall now. They're
Yeah.
suing. Hopefully,
Oh, you
these
draw on
books.
them. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you draw on them. So like now
Legal
you have.
graffiti. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Why go outside? So none of them are all the same,
Yeah.
but they're all producing work, and it's
Yeah. They're all
beautiful.
great in their own ways.
I'm crying, Joe Bangle.
Yeah.
I'm crying. Okay.
Crying. Well, let's get into this one.
Yeah,
Here we
boy.
go. And 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Pod. Me joins my co-host Sal, and we are still here in the hot summer months of June, y'all. It's finally getting hot, at least for me, after all this rain I've had.
You know, I will say, as much stuff as we've kind of talked about how Texas is so hot, we can't get over it. It has been pretty mild. Like where I am, it's not bad. It's like
Yeah,
it's now getting warm. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been.
yeah, it hasn't gotten
we've
bad
been
yet.
s-
Yeah,
We're spoiled. We've been spoiled because like I was
yeah,
down in where you're from out there, and it wasn't bad
yeah.
weather. I was thinking like let's be grateful for what you have. You know what? There's the thing. That's the thing
Yeah.
that we should have been saying at the beginning of the year. Be grateful for
Be
what you
grateful
have.
for what we have, because
You know what you have,
as we
Joey?
all know, what do we got?
We got Anime, because Anime Me is a podcast where two friends show each other anime. We teach you how to love and watch anime, one episode, first episode at a time, every Monday, where you listen and watch podcasts.
Every Monday where you listen and watch podcasts, that is where we are, because to continue the banging summer animes, we have Aaron the South Paul.
Banging. Are we talking like, is our, we don't have a theme, but maybe we do? And if it's not anything, I'm guessing hot anime
Hot anime. Pretty much,
for
yeah.
the hot
Just
summer.
some
I
bangers for
mean,
the hot summers.
you know, and hey, nothing says hot anime like graphic design.
Graphic design. Graffiti.
It's, oh man, dude. Did you picked this one for me, dude? I know you did, Joe Banks. You're like, you know what? This one goes out. This one goes out to all you art
Sal.
nerds. To Sal, you bunch of nerdy
All of it.
artists. Aaron the Southpaw. I was like, oh, well, surely this is like a boxing, anime.
Yeah.
It's not.
I was gonna ask
It's
you,
not.
like, when I sent you this title, what your initial thought was.
That's exactly what I thought.
Because
I was
Southpaw,
like,
we
oh,
always
well.
like into like boxing, especially for the movie Southpaw. So like, oh yeah, it's a boxing movie.
I mean, I've never heard of being a Southpaw without it being like in reference to just boxing. Like, oh yeah, Southpaw. Like
Yeah.
that's just. And then to watch the show, I'm like, wait a second, this is for nerds.
I
like
mean,
me.
I mean, it kind of does tie into boxing because we see in the intro and in the show, somebody.
people
It starts off with somebody getting
smacked,
getting some hands thrown on them, getting smacked.
Yeah, laying hands, getting smacked up. As you know what, as some should, like, every now and then. I'm not against it, Okay, I'm standing on the wrong side of this whole thing. How about we play the theme song to what is just about to happen right now? What's about to happen, Joe Bang?
Terrible synopsis.
Terribly read synopsis, to be specific, because the synopsis is probably okay, and it might wrap up some things that I didn't know in the show, as it usually does. So here we are. Aaron the Southpaw. As high school reaches its midpoint, Koichi Asakura, who dreams of studying design at art school, has his plans shaken by explosive Has his plans shaken by explosive graffiti on museum wall? Oh no, there's like words missing. Okay, so this is not my fault for being terribly red.
That's terribly
The
red.
artist, I know, right? Let's just, let's not blame somebody else. It's my fault. The artist is Erin Yamagishi, a left-handed girl who buried her talent after a past incident. Oh. Drawn together by art, Koichi pursues design as Erin returns to painting. But fear, ambition, and old scars threaten their paths.
As every artist goes through.
You gotta be a tortured artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's part of it.
You gotta be a tortured soul.
You gotta be a tortured. Something's happened in your life. Your dog died. They forgot your sauce at Chick-fil-A, even though you told them 15 times.
Oh man.
Let's see here. You
didn't have
walking,
an extra fry at the bottom of your bag.
You ate all your fries. You were wearing socks and you stepped on a wet spot in the kitchen floor. Tortured. You know what I'm saying?
Tortured soul.
Tortured soul. That's some content, some fuel for your next piece that you're trying to create. How does the show start? There is a girl holding a spray paint can.
No, it starts off with I'm assuming this is gonna be a future Yoichi getting smacked up by some random dude. And the dude's just talking about he's talking about dreams and pursuance and success. So like, you never had a dream. I worked hard to gain everything. You're nothing. You never had anything. You're nobody. And then we go back into I guess will be the present day or the past, where Erin is kind of saying the same thing to him. And then I think from there we go into our intro.
That's right, because
is pretty good too.
Yo, it is good. It is. The music is pretty dope on this.
Oh yeah.
And all the visuals are pretty fun too. I expected a little because I didn't really get.
And she also smacked him in the intro too. So.
That boy getting smacked
just to tell you what kind of show this is gonna be. He's gonna be getting smacked up this show.
And still didn't even know technically what it was about until like a little bit later on. This show is a lot more sweet.
So after the fifth smack. Yeah.
This show is about locking in. Okay, you gotta lock in. Okay, because what do you want to be when you grow up? That's a little bit of what this is. What do you want to be when? What do you have ambitions? Oh man, it's like there's some like sweet little moments. Yeah, man. Like, what's your inspiration? There's that. Have you seen that guy on Instagram? He's like recording videos of him just like looking off in the distance, like, I wish I could lock in. Dang it.
I think I've seen those ones, yeah.
No, there's another guy that's like, he goes, I wish somebody would call me Big Dog. I wish I was called Big Dog at least one time. And then he goes, dang it. Like, it's just those things. And this is it. I wish I could lock in. This is what you gotta do to do your thing. Like, it feels like what's happening is we have two characters who have a similar desire, but different worlds that they come from. Yeah. Erin has a father who recognizes her natural abilities, talents.
Yeah.
And is kind of almost fostering that a little bit, right?
Yeah. Kind of grew her into that world. Like, hey, we're going to grow this talent that you have together.
Yeah, let's like, you have something special here. And then we have
Yoichi.
What's his name? Yoichi. Is it Koichi or how do they say it?
No, wait. Koichi. Yeah, Koichi.
Koichi is I think is it has talent, but also is like no, you can't be an artist. You need to be doing real things. What are you laughing?
His dad kicked in his door. What are you doing? Drawing again? I told you about that. Good job.
He had to hide it. He had to hide his stuff. Like, no, I'm not doing anything in here. Yeah, he's like, get a job, 12-year-old kid. Yeah. You should be investing in real estate, okay? If you
Yeah,
save
what are
a
you doing right
dollar
now?
every day,
You-
you will have $1 million by the end of the year. Okay. Don't stop your
You should
drawing.
own 3 properties right now.
It is.
No.
I mean, did you know? Like, this is near and dear to my heart. You know, this is near and dear to my heart. I mean, and to
Yeah.
you too. You like to
Yeah.
dabble in the arts. I mean, there is something
Yeah, it's
special.
the art, and then we came from a time where graffiti was very prominent too in our age.
Oh, dude,
You know?
yes.
So it's like everything that we had interest that we grew up with is like all this shit.
Man, I mean, some good old fashioned vandalism.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing says summer like vandalism, you know?
Yo, hey, nothing says I'm gonna do something with my life, like, you know, destruction of public property. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make the world a better place. This is how we're gonna do it, man. Let's paint on someone's beautiful house. You look like you worked on that pretty hard. Be ashamed if somebody painted all over it. I saw this, by the way. I saw this book just recently. It's just like a magazine book, or it's like it's just pages and pages of like clean trains, or billboards, or bridges, blank walls, and you can like
the before and afters.
No, like you can do your own drawing on these.
Oh,
these
you draw
books.
on them. Oh,
yeah, you draw on them. So like
legal
now
graffiti.
You have, yeah. Why go outside? Why go outside?
Do it from the comfort of your own home.
they're, you know, like, come on, dog. But actually, it's kind of cool. Like, it's really a fun idea. Like, they're actual like photos of like walls and like trains. They could be maybe they AI generated, but they look real. So you could do your own like sketches of graffiti on walls. I don't know. I wonder, you know, now that you say that, and we make these jokes about it, like, I know that I'm gonna go ahead and unk this. Okay, can I unk this a little bit? Let me unk this.
Unk this real quick.
I'm about to unk it up. Kids these days, okay, with kids these days, they don't. I don't know if they're going out there and doing like, you know, we called them, murals, but we also, you know, there were also slang words for them, like you were tagging or putting up burners, or, you know, like you were putting up like you were doing your own thing, and you're out late at night doing this kind of stuff. And I don't know if kids are going out anymore doing that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it shows.
Night, wearing all black, looking sketchy.
I mean, Banksy is like 60 years old, climbing bridges. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting too old and he needs to pass it on. You know what I'm saying? But man, what are we doing? Hey, Joe Angel, we're talking about the show. We ain't got time for this, bro. Okay, so we have these two characters are like on their different paths and wanting to do something, but either the family, you know, Koichi's family wants him to do something like real. Like, you can't make money as an artist, and
which is said throughout the show a lot.
I think, and interestingly enough, is like it is said quite a few times. Like, get a real job, okay? Some real ambitions. And I think it's interesting that his path that he's choosing is he wants to be a designer. He's like, I think I want to be a designer. Like, that'll be the way that I can use my art. Like, it is the practical application of, you know, studio arts or any kind of arts.
Because he had a plan to like, hey, I'm going to art school, study, and then get a graphic design job at a ad agency or a company. So he has kind of like a plan, like, hey, I could still probably please my parents working at a company while still doing art, you know. So he's trying to find like the what do you call it? Compromise.
Yeah, the compromise is that like I could actually do my artwork, but also do it in a way that I can, you know, make a career out of it. which is
Yeah.
the practical application of what you want to do that could appease your parents who have high ambitions for you. He also
Yeah.
used the word too because he's like, I'm gonna go get a job with an agency and then I'll marry your girl. What
A
did you
Gravier model.
what is that? Do you know what that is? Did you look that up? Because I was like,
I think it's like it's like the type of model. It's like like I guess the fashion model
like a
or like the
like a
runway models
Victoria's
and stuff.
Secret model or something like that,
Yeah,
like
yeah, kind of like like yeah,
like okay.
yeah,
Um, and so then we have Erin, who's on the opposite side of the spectrum, where I'm guessing, and I don't think it's said in the show. Tell me if I'm wrong, but she has a dad who was like, "Hey, you have something special here. Keep doing your artwork." And we don't see the dad later, which makes me think that her dad passes away, and she probably gave up art. Does that sound like
yeah,
what's happening here?
yeah. Because so we'll jump ahead. We'll jump ahead towards the end.
Hmm.
Her dad did pass away when she was younger, and so that kind of tragic event kind of just triggered like her, I guess, diminished her act in this in art because it was something that her dad pushed with her, that did with her. And so just to kind of like kill those wounds, not really think about it, I think she kind of stopped pursuing it as much. But she has like the eye for it because we go through the show too. Anytime she's looking at art, because she works at a bookstore too. So
Yeah.
this is the first time Koichi actually sees her is in the bookstore. She's looking at a book about Van Gogh's paintings
Hmm.
and she's like just looking and mesmerizing it, and like the look they get on her eyes, like how she like locks in and starts
Oh,
dissecting everything. It's
sparkles.
so cool. Yeah, sparkles. But she says something about him. I think she's
No,
like
I know exactly what she says. She's
dark.
like, "Ooh, Van Gogh, he's amazing. He's so
Yeah.
amazing. Dang you, Van Gogh. I hate you. Why are
Yeah,
you
yeah,
so
yeah.
good?"
Why are you so
Immediate.
good?
Oh, dude, I relate so hard to that.
I
I'm
hate you
like,
so much because you're so good.
that is hilarious. I mean, a little bit like you're an artist and you see somebody else do work and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
why are you good like this? I love that,
Why are
by the way.
you good?
And by the
Yeah.
way, not
I
for
love it,
nothing.
but I kind of hate you, right?
Van Gogh is like famously inspired by Japanese artists, so I love the connection that they
uh,
make. And I don't know,
yeah,
it must be done on purpose. Somebody who's created the show understands that
yeah,
there are many architects and artists who went to Japan and studied their printmaking and their art style, and then they've taken that stuff and then implemented. So if you look a lot at Van Gogh's work, you could see how like heavily
yeah,
influenced he was by Japanese artwork, which is really cool.
yeah, yeah. So we got all that, and then they're just going through because we actually figured out he's a part of the art club too at school as well. Um, and so there's this character that's been going around called the uh Basquiat of Yokohama, which is the title of the episode. Uh,
Okay,
Basquiat
do
of
you
Yokohama
know?
has been going out. Who's the graffiti artist? Yeah, Basquiat is the artist from New York that was prominently during what was it? Was it Neo
He's
Expressionism?
about the
What it is?
he's probably a
Yeah,
little bit in the 70s and
in the
80s. He
'70s,
doesn't live very
'80s.
long. There's a
Yeah,
documentary about him. He's self-taught. He's this
isn't it
kind
on
of like
Netflix?
yeah, I think you're right. It's on Netflix. And
Yeah.
he is a self-taught, like not graffiti artist per se, ish,
Mm,
kind of like street artist more like, but
yeah,
has this very like energetic and tortured looking kind of work. And Erin kind of has the same feel. She uses her rage because she's walking by, she sees
yeah.
I think these are posters for like the art class or art school.
No, so this is at the museum. It was a poster for a contest, and
Oh,
they
that's
have
right. And
pictures of everybody's work. And she's looking at them, and she's like, "This is garbage,
garbage. Garbage.
garbage."
Yeah, garbage. Which she proceeds to go, well, you know what? I'm gonna do my own artwork over the top of these posters on this museum because just
Yeah,
to show how trash they are and how good I
yeah.
am. And now is dubbed the Basquiat of
And,
Yokohama.
uh, oh yeah, And then, of course, lo and behold, the art club gets pinpointed because somebody saw her, but not her face, but they saw the uniform. Which once
Hmm.
again, a lot of Japanese high schools have certain uniforms that we kind of pinpoint where that student goes to school at. So it's a lot more,
Ah.
representation and stuff like that. So they go to the art club, the teacher's talking to them, and so they go. It's Yuichi, Sayuri, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but they all go. They look at it and they're like, "Oh man, this looks a graffiti artist and stuff."
They
And
call them
Yuichi knows who
scribbles.
this. Yeah, Scribbles. They're like, "Look at the Scribbles." And Koichi actually knows, like he's been like in the loop of like, hey, there's this graffiti artist going around town doing this stuff.
Hmm.
So he like immediately pinpoints like this is Basquiat. And he goes into like this is like he's admiring it, like this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like now I'm fired up to like get back into art and get back into drawing. And so they make a plan to draw the Basquiat out by making another mural and stuff. And so they make the mural and Erin kind of figures out uh, from her boss because her boss is all like, "Oh, hey, they're doing another mural at your school." And so she goes to the mural at night and looks at it, and then just starts immediately dissecting it. It's like, what is this supposed to be? It's supposed to be abstract. What is that supposed to be? A sunset? Like, what is this
Hmm.
garbage? And
Yeah.
like,
She's
just
like
like doesn't even
straight up
graffiti it. She's
trashing
just
it.
so like enraged. Yeah, she just throws the can at it. And then Yurichi, he forgot his phone there, shows up and kind of like, this is where we get, oh, you're Basket. Like, it's you.
Hmm.
And at this point, 16 minutes in, we get the title card for some weird reason that makes it seem like this is going to be the end of the episode.
Dude, I clocked the same thing. I was like, is it over or are we just starting? Like,
Has this all been an intro?
yeah, dude. Every time with this. Every time.
But at the next day at school, she, I guess, goes back into him because she just like runs up and just like smacks him hard
Smacks him. Hmm. Hmm.
to the ground, smack. Gets on top of him and then starts like, because Koichi's whole thing throughout the show is he's like, I'm the best. He's like, I'm like the best artist at the school. I'm too good. I'm gonna get into art school. He's like it's like confident and arrogance at the same time, where he's like, this is how it's gonna go because of how good I am. She's like, Erin's more like, no, it's not just you. It's you versus the tens of thousands of people also trying to get into art school, also trying to make it, also trying to be the best. It's like only one person who gets into art school is actually gonna succeed. It's like, so why do you keep trying, or what makes you so special or anything? And Koichi tells her, he's all like, you'll never know if you succeed if you don't try, which kind of goes
Yes.
back to her like, hey, you to get her back into art as well. It's that little phrase of not even just because you don't know shouldn't stop you from doing it. You have to try in order to find out. But he also says another line too, is that I have to do something. I have to have something because if not, I'm gonna be too bored to live. Which I think
I
is also another cue for possibly what happened to her dad.
Ooh, they're setting up so many like things I love about like art in the art world is that there isn't just one way or one style or one
Yeah.
like through line
Viewpoint.
viewpoint, because she does her like kind of intense Basquiat kind of
Yeah.
inspired work, and he goes out there and he's like, I saw your work and I also want to get back into creating artwork like this. I know I'm taking that
Yeah.
whole designer, graphic design safe route, but I want
Yeah.
to like do some like studio stuff. But see, the thing is,
Yeah.
Erin thinks that no, this is the only kind of work that needs to be done. She sees his like
Yeah.
weird little like not so great try, and he tells
Yeah.
her, she like trashes it, and he's like, I'm trying to get better and I want to be better than you
Yeah.
are. So he stays up all night and redoes the mural.
Yeah.
And to much fanfare, because a lot of people are like, did you see that mural that's out there? It's pretty cool. And she goes out and she goes, oh, he redid it. But it's in his own style. It's very much more it's a little bit more
his
linear,
kind of like
it's a little bit more graphic design, actually, if we want to be technical about it. But he has his own like it's a little bit more like tight and clean, but it's cool though, and it's very very different from her style, which is, I think she's gonna have to learn that lesson. Eren will find like you will have your style, I'll have my style, and I'm hoping that their styles will influence each other and they will continue to push each other, because that's the thing about graffiti and graffiti artists too. Like, you're out there on the streets doing your thing, you bomb something, and then somebody else will see it, and their response to your work is their own work. Like, why? Oh, you did that work. Look at me do the similar thing, but better than you. And it's inspiring, and you continue to go back and forth, and you're inspiring each other to do good and great things. You know, Shepard Fairey has a very different approach to his street art than, you know, Banksy and his stencil work, and, you know, Basquiat with all his like very intense, you know, scribbling and stuff like that. And so none of them are all the same, but they're all producing work, and it's
they're all great in their own ways.
I'm crying, Joe Bangle. I'm crying. Okay,
crying.
crying.
Which, by the way, too, in the background we have our other characters, Sayuri, who's the childhood friend of Eren. And I won't say it's hard to call it a romantic interest when in the middle of the episode, they're at a cafe after they painted the mural. This is before Yuichi goes back to before Koichi goes back to get his phone. She's like, she's calculated. She's all like, this is, you have an idea, you have a plan for your life. Because she has a couple of lines that she says, like in the beginning when we first meet, Koichi's at the window looking at the baseball team. He's thinking to himself, I wonder if any of those guys want to be in the club, or if they're just there to appease their parents. She comes into the art class, and they're talking, and I think it was that one. I can't remember if it was that one or after that. She says one of the baseball guys asked her out, and Koichi's like, "Oh, what'd you say?" And she's like, "I just laughed at him." Or no, she said once he graduates, he's gonna go into the big leagues. That was his dream. That was what he said. And he asked me out. And Koichi's like, "Oh, well, how'd you respond?" And she said, "I laughed." And then throughout this episode, like, she's very calculated, has a plan for her life. She sees Yuichi's plan of, hey, I'm gonna be a graphic designer, make this money. She has some lines too that she says, we're just normal people. We have too normal of a life to be main characters. And in the cafe, she's all like, this isn't the good part of you. She's like, you have a through line, a safe plan, and that's perfect enough for me. So it's not really a romantic interest that I would classify it as, but it's more of like, she sees him as like the safe route for her life as far as a husband or a future partner.
Oh yeah.
So it's not really romantic, it's more calculated.
It's more semi-transactional a little bit, kind of I need you.
Yeah.
Because you seem like you're capable, and we can hitch our wagons together a little bit. She does come to his aid too whenever he gets smacked up by Eren, which I love the way she kind of like dispels that. She's like, Eren, could you go ahead and get out of here? I was like,
can you get out of here?
Could you please leave? And I was like, yo, that's like some real adult way of telling somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you remove yourself? She says something the way she says it. Please remove yourself. Yeah, I'm like, oh snap, yo, that's some real like. I
think that was just her protecting her interest though.
Those,
hey, no, this is my meal ticket. Here. I need you to bounce.
This man
You're ruining this for me.
In which I'm wondering, there's got to be going to be some love interest things going on a little bit later. You know, there's some about
conflict, some triangle.
Yeah, like an artist falling in love with another artist, or and then the other one where they want somebody who is also driven. He might get probably
Yeah.
taken off his path of wanting to be a designer, and maybe he wants to be more of a studio artist or more of a graffiti artist and try to make his way a different way. And she's gonna try to pull him back into that. I wonder.
Yeah. Well, he has that line too of when he's going back to get his phone as he's passing Aaron the first time. There's a line that is being said by him that says, "I wonder if I were to go back that night in high school
Mm.
and change my path." So this seems like it's a reflection of what has happened as far as the story's going to progress, and how he either would have, if there's something that happened to where he's the point we seen when we opened up, and then we go through the story, and then it's going to be like, okay, is there's something that happened that he wanted to change? He said that night in this first episode, if I would have gone back to that night, and what would happen if I would have changed my path? So it's like, is there going to be some regret later on? Is there going to be something that happened with their relationship between all three of them, between two of them, or just whatever? So there's something there that's happening in the future that's driving the story as well.
That's right, because we open in on them. They're in it's 2010, and he's getting
2010.
Is he getting smacked up?
He's getting
like he's getting beat up by some dude. Like not just like not like being slapped by some girl. He's there's
dude.
this big man that's kind of like, yeah, just like, who are you? What are you doing? He asked him a couple questions.
But you never had a dream. You never had any ambition to be successful or anything. He's like, I've worked hard. I've become successful. Basically, you're nobody almost.
Yes. Yeah. And we don't revisit that throughout the show, do we? Like, I mean, I guess we kind of flash here and there, but that's just the first part of this. I'm like, I thought we were just watching a show about kids wanting to be artists. Like, be careful, I guess, because life will smack you up. Is that the lesson we're learning from here?
Hey, yes, yeah.
Also, here's something a little funny. I saw that this was dubbed, and I was like, oh, good, this is going to be dubbed. And then I look, and I'm like,
it's not in English.
No, they've got a dub in Arabic. It's like Arabic. Yeah. Like, don't tell me it's subbed in
every
dub.
other language than English.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. I was like, okay, like only tell me if it's dubbed if it's in like English. I don't. I was scrolling through it. I was like, okay, so I had to watch it more than once. Joey, let's just say that I was like, what happened? Because it does go by quickly. Like the conversations that they have.
Oh yeah,
they're deeper and heavier, and more is being said, than is being let on. Like there are some like deep, heavy, like kind of philosophical life lessons that they're trying to learn from each other. And if you miss some of those things, you're like, oh, there's more than just like, they're saying more than just hi and bye to each other. They're talking about their futures and their lives and their ambitions and what they want to do with their lives. And if you're not paying attention, you kind of miss the point on some of this stuff. I think there's bigger things being said about like existence and what you do with it, than it's being presented so quickly. Where did we end off?
I think it was just where they were having that conversation at the end of, I need to be somebody. I need to do something to be successful, because if I'm a nobody, then I can't continue living.
Yes.
And then, so I think we kind of ended just on there as far as the setup between both of them. So they're both he's fired up by her to get back into his own style.
Yeah.
She's starting to come out. It seems like her shields are starting to crack. So she'll come back into art full time, because it seems like she's been kind of real distant from art itself, since whatever happened with her dad happened.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah,
pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. We get a little hip hop, jazz outro.
The little side scroll animation of just her and her mom.
Yeah. Oh man, the music is pretty dope on here, man. I really like that outro song a lot. It's
it's good.
Yeah, it's good. All right, let's fax it up.
All right, let's get these facts going. So, Aaron the Southpaw started as a webcomic. and it was created and illustrated by Copy. And this came out in March of 2016 on Cake's web manga service, and it ran all the way till September of 2017. When so the original part was a bug comic, went all the way from there, and then it got adapted as a manga with the illustrations being done by Nifune. So Copy was still writing the story. Nifune came in and redid the illustrations, and this was published on Shueisha Shonen Jump Plus. And this came out in October 2017, and then ran all the way to October of 2022. And then it was, let's see, so that, and then they came out with a continuation of it. Yeah, so it went from 2017 to 2022, stopped, and then it came back with the original writer and illustrator Nifune and Copy, and it came back in March of 2016, and it's still going on currently. So this came back last month. Yeah, last month. The manga.
Dope.
So
I'm interested in this real quick in the fact that we're gonna hopefully see more of their artwork generated. It makes me think of like actors who act in a movie, but they have to
yeah,
be actors in the show. Like they're acting like if you're gonna be a good or bad actor, you know what I'm saying? Like they're
yeah.
acting about acting. So as an artist who like design or does this manga or web, how do we say it? Oh,
Web
I wanted
comic,
to say web.
web novel,
I wanted to say webtoon. Yeah, the web novel, web comic.
webtoon.
Yeah, they have to like also create artwork too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like with the artists, they're gonna have to be able to generate two different styles. You know what I'm saying? This is a
yeah.
kind of an interesting kind of idea of that where you're having
Challenge.
to
Yeah,
like that's a challenge. That is quite the challenge to like be able to like generate artwork that's gonna be cool and
yeah.
also two different styles, you know. I'm gonna be interested how that kind of generates in this show.
Well, I'm pretty sure you'll also be interested in a 10-episode live action TV drama.
I thought I saw it, dude, because I was like, here's what happened. I was trying to look for the dub. Like, I
Yeah,
go, it says there's a dub. Maybe it's just not available on Crunchyroll.
yeah.
Maybe it's somewhere else.
Gotta go
And
look for
then
it somewhere else. Yeah,
and so I looked for it somewhere else, and I saw Aaron the Southpaw, but it was a live action. I was like,
yeah,
is this the same show? I didn't have time to watch the trailer,
yeah.
but I'm
Yep.
interested. I am interested.
So it came out in October 2019 till December 2019 because it's only 10 episodes. So the actor who played Kochi is Fuju Kamino. With the actress who plays Erin is Akiza Ikeda, and then the actor who plays Sairi is Yurika Nakamura. And so those are basically our three main characters that we focused on this one. Those characters that played the live action drama, and then the anime came out in April of 2026. So this came out this year, the anime. But there's different voice actors, so they're not the actors from a live action drama. They kind of got different voice actors for the anime, so there'll be separate actors as far as if you watch the live action and then you watch the anime. Those are two different portrayals of the characters.
Is there a dub for the other one? I don't know if I could watch a live action dub. That would be.
I didn't look into it that far for at least for the live action. So I was trying to make sure they had to if they were because sometimes they'll keep them the same, but sometimes they're different, and so
I'm interested.
But yeah, so the anime came out April of this year. It was directed by Toshima Suzuki, with the series comp by Taka Kishimoto, character design by Yuka Fukuchi and Akame Tamiya, who both of those they also served as chief animation directors. And then the music comp was done by Pasacom Music Club. And then the studio, so this was a kind of duo studio with Signal MD and Production IG. So there's two studios kind of working on this together. And then the opening song is called "Funkin' Beautiful" by Ali featuring Zorb, and then the
Wait,
ending song,
no,
like funk,
no,
like
because
funk.
I clocked this. I was like, they're
Yeah,
singing. They did that Japanese thing or the
yeah. And
anime
then they
thing
sang in
where they do
English.
yes, and then they said they were. I thought we're saying the F word, but you're telling me it's
Yeah,
funk in. They were
yeah,
saying
funkin'.
funk in the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you
You
can't
can't
just
be doing
do
this.
you can't just do whatever you want. You know what I'm
You
saying? Like,
can't just drop an F-bomb on 3:30 in the afternoon.
yeah, I'm trying to watch Bonkers. Okay,
Okay. So that, and then the ending song was "New Walk" by Ima Murasi. Let's see, where was I? Yeah. That was all. Yeah, yeah. So that was all of it. So that's the anime, and that's the intros and outro songs, which they were both really good too as well.
they
Like
were
I said,
solid.
banging,
Love it. Yeah, and I liked the
solid.
music throughout the show too. The music throughout the show is pretty good.
Yeah.
Didn't take me out of it at all. It really lended itself pretty well to the show. Unlike some shows we've watched, I'm not gonna name any names. Doro
They
Hidoro.
are recent.
Yeah.
Take some notes. So we ready to guac talk this bad boy? What?
Let's guac talk the bad boy. This show. I mean, how did you land on this show? Did you just kind of like come upon it and think that maybe it would like resonate with us, or did you take into consideration both of our backgrounds and love for the arts?
Actually, so my original thought was, because since we are in the summertime, and I know there's a lot of stuff coming back out. Like I said, Bleach is coming back out next month in July. And I knew there were some newer stuff that are coming out, and so I was trying to like give some space for the newer stuff to build. And this was one of the newer animations that came out, and so I was like, all right, cool, let's get some new ones in. And so I had this one on the list, and then looked it up, and then because I think I've actually seen something about it before too on Instagram, that came across my reels.
I I love I love graffiti. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it out there. There's not a lot of man. There's not a lot. I mean, it's so like it's so
Good graffiti.
pure.
Let's see.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
graffiti. Good graffiti.
Yeah.
Good work. Like beautiful work that's done by
Yeah.
people who have put in time. Maybe they're self-taught. Maybe they have some sort of background. There was a guy that was here locally that traveled internationally and just ended up here in our small town and did like some
Yeah.
beautiful work. His name was Halo and
Yeah.
had like international pieces, like they would travel the world and do these
Yeah.
things. And there were magazines where you could see people's work internationally that they were putting them up on trains and they just travel. Those trains travel
Yeah.
the entire,
Yeah.
countryside. That you could see your
Yeah.
work traveling
Coast to
from place to
coast, man.
place,
Yeah.
coast to coast, bro. And there's something special about that. There's also something special about a show that will showcase that kind of work or the idea of that kind of work because there's not a lot
Yeah.
of there's only one movie that I can think about in my mind that kind of shows the love of graffiti and the kind
Yeah.
of turf war that can go on with it, and that is the
Yeah.
movie Beach Street. Beach Street is this old school 80s, maybe late 70s, like breakdance film, and there's a
Yeah.
guy in there that does graffiti in
art.
it.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. And I maybe that's probably what it is. Like probably irresponsible for us to make a movie about it to like glamorizing vandalism. Like, hey, let's get out there and paint someone's house.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause it is one of the few shows that puts graffiti in not such a bad light, because there's always negative connotations about it, because
Yeah.
I mean it is vandalism at its core, defacing public property and all that.
Yeah.
But it's also just like, it's artists just being artists. It's the freedom of art, like freedom of expression.
Yeah.
putting out your work there.
And I love to, that people can have that kind of platform and show that, it's an expression that can resound with, a public. That's what you're doing with artwork is you're
Yeah.
putting something out and trying to see if you make a connection from one person to another. Do you feel the same thing as you're viewing this thing? Oh man, that reminds me. Did you see the thing with that building that got painted over the whales in somewhere in the Metroplex in Dallas? There's this wall and it had this beautiful like mural that was painted on there so many years ago, and then just recently, because the World Cup is coming to America,
They covered it up.
Yeah, they painted over it because they were gonna do an ad, a FIFA ad, a
Bruh.
World Cup ad, and people lost their minds. They're like, "What are you doing?" The artist was like, "What are you doing?" So much so
Yeah.
that they just squashed it, and all they did was just paint over it, and that was it. Like it's not even. It's just gone forever now, and you're just like, man,
Bruh.
this is part of the city, and they painted over it,
Yeah.
and because they got all the flack for it, then they just like, okay, then we won't do our mural or our ad on there. I'm like,
Just gonna be a wall. Yeah.
yeah, just a blue wall now. They're
Yeah.
suing. Hopefully, there's some sort of something that happens to this. But like
the main mural I know about that got changed was the ridiculous mural at the Denver airport where the double horse is.
Oh. I mean, is it a mural or is it more sinister than that, Joe Angel? Maybe a map to a place.
I was just there a while ago, and
did it feel weird
vibes? I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you could feel the weird vibes. So anyway, there is just I have a soft spot in my heart for that. You can obviously tell that I have a soft spot in my heart for that, and I hope it doesn't cloud my judgment of the show because I enjoyed the show. It's fun, and it's probably because it hits close to home for me, but it's also well done. Like the music is good. It's animated very well. It seems very smart, like in a way, like. We watch some of these shows and you see, you read the dialogue and you just go like, this is kind of just, but like who the writers of the show really understands, the creator of the show understands the art world, and it also understands, creativity and existence a little bit. That I don't know. This is not. This isn't a shonen, is it? This is, or is it? Because it feels. I mean, even though we are covering kids, these kids are, and they make it a point. They're like, oh, they're 17 years old. All these kids are.
I would classify it
as a shonen. Yeah.
It's not really like, what do you call it? Like fighting. There's no fighting. It's more dialogue heavy. It's more story based. A lot of shonen can be that, but it's more action packed, and senens are more story based. So I would go more towards seinen.
We see Eren, grieving the loss of her dad, later on in the show. Not fun, but like
not fun.
Done for full effect and is effectively done.
Yeah.
If I were to give this 1 out of 10, a spray paint can,
graffiti and posters.
Walls.
How many posters? Graffiti and
how many? Yeah, how many am I scribbling over?
Yeah,
I'll give this a solid 8. Yeah, because I think I will continue to watch the show. Not a lot going on. I mean, not a lot to catch up on, right? I mean, like,
I think it's only
just got one episode. How many
8
episodes?
or 9 episodes now.
Yeah. So it's I'm interested in these it's because I think I'm biased. Like I think it's a good show. I do that. What about you? I mean, like, am I just being biased?
No, it's like I said, it is a good show. It is one of those few shows that it's art for the artist, know, especially if you know your art history, if you're into your art world, graffiti. And like I said, we both grew up in the age where graffiti was real heavy in our days. Grew up with all the other stuff. Like I said, it is one of those few animes too that can just be a good anime by its story. It's one of those ones where you could tell like, hey, It's not always action, explosions, fan service. There's actual storyline that can be created and beautifully told. Because
Yeah.
even though there's not that much going on, it's still beautifully drawn, beautifully done. Um, which is kudos to the animators, to the studios who worked on this. Because all in all, we all understand art. We all understand who we represent, the freedom of it. There's actually a thing I think I saw. I didn't really look into it too much, but it was like the Japanese, one of the prime, I think it was the prime minister, uh, that I think it was America trying to get them to regulate more of like anime or manga, and basically just told America to shut up. Like Japan
Uh,
has built anime and like manga and everything. But we built this story is like art is freedom. Is basically what she was saying. Like
ooh,
if we art what isn't meant to be governed by the government, it's a freedom of expression by
I
the
love it.
artists, by the
Th-
creators.
That's cool.
And so like I said, this is one of those things. It's art for the artists. Being creative, getting inspired by other artists, and it's gonna go into those lows that every artist goes to of like, I'm just gonna take safe route. I haven't really been driven, or this thing happened that caused me to go away from my art and everything. And so
Hmm.
it's gonna hit all. I think it's gonna hit all those low points, but be told very well, and then like overcoming everything. But for me, all in all, I'll say an 8. I'm at an 8 too with you
Okay.
because it is a
Okay.
very well good story.
Yeah, I think it's a show with some heart, and
Yeah.
it's gonna really kind of like, I mean, we all kind of share something with the idea. Maybe it's not art, maybe it's some other thing that you were trying to pursue, some sort of interest, and
Yeah.
because something happened, you kind of were driven away from it. Somebody said
Yeah.
something, or you got one bad review from somebody or something, and you just go, well, forget it, I'm not going to do it anymore. And we
Yeah.
all have that feeling of kind of a dream deferred a little bit, and people
Yeah.
trying to find their way back into doing the things that they love to do. Maybe you don't do it for a career, maybe you just do it for yourself, and there's
Yeah.
some sort of satisfaction in that too. So I love that kind of stuff. This kind of thing really like is close to home for me, because I like to make things. I like to create things. And I think
Yeah.
everybody should be making and creating things, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be. It could be
Yeah.
food. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Yeah.
something. And this show has that in spades, and I'm hoping to see some more creation in this show.
Some more creation in this show, guys. Let's get inspired. And who you can inspire us. And how can you inspire us? You can inspire us by leaving those likes, leaving those comments. Let us know how you're loving this podcast. Let us know how you loving this show if you're an artist yourself. If this is something that resonates with you, even if you're not an artist, if it inspires you to get back into your favorite hobby, let us know in those comments. Let us know what your hobbies are. Because we just don't have art hobbies, we have musical hobbies, gaming hobbies, reading, like anything that you've been torn away from that this show inspires you to get back to you. Let us know in those comments, guys. And where you can leave those comments, you can leave them at YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to us, wherever you watch us, that is where we are. And you can also go to our website, anime-me.com, where you can find not only this episode, but all the other episodes we have covered. You can find the links to all our social podcast platforms, and you can also find our merch there, guys, as well. And with that, I've been joined by my co-host Sal, and we'll see you on the next one. Liz.
Peace.
これはアニメミーでした。これから帰国の旅を始めます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。